Hello, hello. Blessings, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Night Alive here on January 26th, streaming to you live from North Fort Myers in Florida. I'm so happy to be with you here tonight with our wonderful topic. Our wonderful topic is the power inside you. So if you've not been with me before, my name is Reverend Denise Schubert. I'm an ordained Science of Mind minister. I've been coming to you Sunday nights for the most part for the past 5 years, doing Sunday Night Alive, really working towards living a life of spiritual power rather than human powerlessness. So I think that every week we can have some uplifting, some empowering, some ennobling, some conversation that helps us to navigate this life we're living with more power, more poise, and more confidence. And of course, also much happier. So if you're with me tonight, please take a moment and say hello in the comments. You can just say hello or not say hello, but I like seeing your names, so please feel free to do that. And I will start our time together by speaking a word of blessing on our time. To bless something is to call it sacred, is to acknowledge its spiritual nature, is to call forth spiritual power to raise it. So that's what I'm doing when I bless you or I bless our time together. And so take a moment with me and just let your day go. Arrive here with me fully and completely open and available. Turning within for a moment, which means to let whatever's going on in your life, whatever's going on in life, to simply just fade into the background as our topic indicates, turn within to the power inside us, turn within to the source of our lives, turn within to the God-given gifts we've been given to generate from within everything we need on the without. And so as we come together within the infinite mind of spirit, I recognize that we are connected one to another in every meaningful possible way, and that I bless this time. I'm grateful for it. I know that as we engage in conversations that matter, we are empowered. We are empowered to live happier, healthier, freer, fuller lives. And so for the blessings we give tonight and the blessings we get, I give thanks. We let it be. And so it is. And so we let it be. Amen. Hi, Jan. Welcome. So I want to stay on this conversation about what it will take for you and I to be authentically happy, fulfilled, joy-filled, and able to go about the business of raising consciousness for all humanity, for our planet. You know, I remember doing work one time that said essentially that you can't be happy in a world where other people suffer, really. So, and last week we talked about, can we take a stand that our existence is for the purpose of blessing humanity? Can we care about each other enough to contribute to the all? But there's this beautiful quote by Ernest Holmes. He says, we have within us a power that is greater than anything we shall ever contact in the outer, a power that can overcome every obstacle in our life. And this obstacle will set us free, set us safe, satisfied, and at peace, healed, and prosperous in a new light and in a new life. This is a very big promise. It's a very big promise, and but nonetheless, it is true. So we need to explore this inner power that we have. Now, the experience of authentic happiness is elusive for most people right now, and it doesn't have to be. it's hard to, it's for whatever reason, human beings at, and probably forever, and probably because the distinction needs to be made between who we are as humans and who we are as spirits. But I think that as long as we believe that the power to achieve these states of being, happiness, fulfillment, joy, wonder, as long as we believe that these states of being are caused by external forces, regardless of what those sources are or might be, it's going to be rather challenging. And it doesn't matter whether it's another person who's in between you and your joy, whether it's a president who's between you and your joy, the right amount of money between you and your joy, warm weather between you and your joy, cooperative spouses. It doesn't really matter where we attribute the happiness grabber. It doesn't matter because all of those are outside sources. And if we're waiting for all of those things to line up, happiness will be elusive. And it doesn't have to be, because the moment we begin to identify more powerfully with what some would call the Christ within, or the God within, or the infinite presence of love, or the quantum field of unlimited possibilities, it does not really matter what you call it. But until we understand and really accept that that is our true nature, then the outside becomes critically important, except that the outside can never provide us with the things that we're seeking. So, well, they can temporarily. You know, if any of you have ever bought a new car, that new car makes you really, really happy for about 2 weeks. And then it's like, oh, okay, now what can I do that will make me happy? And then you do that. And 3 weeks later, you're looking for the next thing to bring you something from the outside so that you feel good. Well, I want my goal, and my goal for you and I is for us all to feel good really all the time. There's no divine mandate for suffering. We all know that. There's no deity up in a cloud that respects or values your suffering. It doesn't buy you time in heaven. It doesn't buy you points. It just is, you just suffer. And as Abraham Hicks said, of course, you suffer, and then when you croak, you laugh. We laugh our fannies off because we made this particular trip so incredibly difficult. I love this quote from Dr. Joe DiMaggio from a little book called Conversations That Matter, where he says, the stone must gravitate and the tiger must pounce. Only human beings are faced with the boggling responsibility at having, at each and every moment of their lives, to choose what to do and what to be. The responsibility of having, at each of every moment of their lives, the choice to do. I think I wrote that wrong. To choose what to do and what to be. But the point being is that unlike stones and unlike rocks, we choose. We are made in such a way that we have consciousness, and no other creature, no other flower, no other has choice. They may have consciousness, of course, and God is everywhere present, but they don't have choice. A tiger cannot choose to not pounce. So this matter of choice is a matter of mind. It's a matter of thinking. It's a matter of using your thinking, your power to think for yourself properly and in the right way. Understanding that we are creative because Spirit is creative. We have power because we have been given power. So ultimately, we're living in such a way that we can choose to suffer, or we can choose to thrive. And just notice when I say that, if you say somewhere in your mind, oh, but Denise, you don't know what I'm up against, right? Because you could be up against taking care of ill parents. You could be up against having lost your house in the Los Angeles fires. You could have had a holy hiccup after surgery. Anything could be going on, which appears to be temporarily interfering with your happiness and well-being. And that is true. These things do happen, and we are temporarily knocked off our game sometimes. But if we believe ourselves to be more than our bank account, or more than our bodies, or more than our houses, or more than what other people think of us, or more than our ex-husbands, whatever it is, if we know ourselves to be more than that, we will transition through these kerfuffles in life with much more ease and grace. Because is life challenging? Yes. Do terrible things happen to people? Yes. They are. Are they preventable or inevitable? I'm not sure, but I think perhaps they are far more preventable, far more. You have far more control over what happens around you and to you if you rely on the power within you. If you use your mind in an affirmative, positive, life-giving, loving, compassionate, kind, considerate way. And also, we have the power to create. We have the power to mold molecules. We have the power to move molecules. We have the power to manifest money. We have the power to manifest love. We have the power to manifest health. And by manifest, I mean from the inside out. That your loving, kind, compassionate, generous thoughts will contribute to the health of your body temple. Your kindness, compassion, helpful nature towards people will be the source of people being kind to you and generous to you and helpful for you. Just think about it. This is very practical. There's nothing too airy-fairy about any of this. Think about, if you want somebody to help you, do you think they're going to help you if you're really cranky with them and insulting and demeaning and disregarding? No. We bring happiness to people, and happiness is what we will get back, or whatever it might be. And this power is not ego power. The ego has no power over happiness and fulfillment. The ego serves us. There's no way you're going to be in this life, in this body, living this life without your ego. But just you want to have your ego rather than your ego having you. But the ego keeps us separated, and it keeps us powerless and eternally discontent. And if you think about it, like with the new car, when something good happens, so when something really great happens to you, do you have any of these? Because they're very common. You don't want to get too optimistic because you don't want to be disappointed. It's really great, except you're pretty sure that the other shoe's going to drop any minute and something bad will happen. All of that is the ego's way of keeping us unfulfilled, discontented, always striving for more. The spirit merely celebrates you. The spirit within you celebrates your wins, celebrates what's coming, celebrates your power to have and do and be whatever it is you want to have, do, and be. So our superpower is a gift given to us by God. Your superpower, which is your power to choose, your power to think, your power to decide, and the love in your heart and the creative power we possess to create, is all given to us. We didn't earn it. You don't have it because you're worthy. You don't deserve it because you're a good girl or a good boy. It's just who you are. So we have the choice always. Do we identify more with our ego, which will keep you unsatisfied? Or do we identify more with the spiritual side of ourself, which will keep us contented? It's a choice. This quote by Eric Butterworth says, "Infinite mind will put ideas into your mind, words into your mouth, creativity into your hands, boundless opportunity before you, and guiding light on your way." This is all from the inside, the infinite mind. So your mind is not your brain, by the way. Your brain and your mind are two very separate things. Well, not very separate. The brain is the tool which the mind uses to express itself in this form. But that mind you have and the infinite mind are connected. They are one thing. So it was what Einstein meant when Einstein said, "I want to know God's thoughts, the rest are details." It's just what the universe says. The universe says, "I want to know your thoughts, and then I'll make it happen. What are you thinking? And I'll make it happen." So this makes this other second quote by Eric Butterworth rather poignant, which he says, "Faith is expectancy. You do not receive what you want. You do not receive what you pray for, not even what you say you have faith in. You will always receive what you actually expect." So it's that quote and that belief, that idea is putting the power right back into you, right back into your heart, right back into the center of your being, so that you may live from the inside out, managing your actual expectations. Do you expect good things to happen to you? Do you expect to get that job? Do you expect money to come your way? Do you expect to feel vitality and health and well-being? Or do you have this outer focus that says, as long as this external situation is going on, I can never be happy? Or until I have this much money in the bank, I can never be happy. Those are two very opposing ways of dealing with life. And the spiritual way of dealing with life versus the ego's way of dealing with life will lead you to way more success in life every single time. So your job is to take matters into your own hand. That's it. Just take matters into your own hand. Repudiate. I love that word, by the way. Say it. Repudiate. Repudiate. Anyone or any situation having the power to make you happy or sad, and identify yourself as a unique and individualized expression of the infinite. And by the way, it's actually not foolish to do that. It's not stupid to do that. It's not blind faith to do that. If you look and see, you can see that we're unique. We're unique in the kingdom of earth. We are unique. We walk, we talk, we think, we plan, we dream, we hope, we choose where to go every day. Am I going to go to work? Am I not? Am I going to be happy? Am I going to be sad? Am I going to be nice to this person, or am I going to be nasty? It's a choice, and your choices, your actions, your decisions contribute to your well-being and the success of your life, and consequently also to the well-being of all human beings everywhere. Humanity as a whole is our business. This quote from the Bible I love also. It says, "The one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." And that simply just means that there is no power in the world like the power in you. And this is not religious banter. This is not, you all know me well enough. I don't really care if anyone who ever listens to me ever, whether it's from a church pulpit or from Sunday Night Alive or anywhere. I could have a whole room of agnostics or atheists. This is a philosophy, faith, and way of life, not a religion. This is a way of being, a way of living that's backed by science, that's backed by psychology, philosophy, that the world will be to you what you are to the world. So that is my message for you tonight. I want you to take it to heart and to, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how fulfilled do you feel? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much power do you feel you have over the circumstances in your life? And if you feel that it's not enough, right, that you feel a little powerless, really begin to take into your meditation and your contemplation this idea that you are powerful beyond measure. Just take it in and see if you can buck the system, which you will have to do. You will have to make decisions that may not be popular. You may have to make decisions that will feel uncomfortable for you to make if you're not used to making them. But it doesn't really matter. Start somewhere. Start somewhere on your quest, your decision, your choice to be happier than most people, to be wealthier than most people, healthier than most people are willing to be. Now, the acquisition of happiness, the experience of happiness is available equally to all people. The infinite mind, the infinite presence, whatever you want to call it, God, whatever you want to call it. The quantum field of possibilities doesn't say, oh, you're a saint, so therefore you can create a happy life. And then to another, oh, you're a sinner, so you can't have anything good. The quantum field is completely neutral. And the quantum field is also, what's the right word? Moldable, malleable. It's waiting for instructions. And the instructions come from us. That's it. They're inner instructions to an outer universe that's waiting to mold itself around the biggest idea you can come up with for yourself. So I know this works. I've been creating big ideas for decades now, and I am one who is really pretty happy, pretty healthy, pretty comfortable, pretty satisfied, pretty contented. Not 100%, but way more than 10%. And it used to be way less than 100%. So practice the principles and see what it brings you. You've got nothing to lose, right? Nothing to lose except uh, morosity. I don't know the right word. Anyway, so that's my lesson for tonight. I am just to save the date. If you like watching church services, I'll be at the Bonita Springs Unity Church on February 9th. I will be at the Cape Coral Center for Spiritual Living speaking on February 16th. You can stream from both of those locations, no matter where you live, or you can come see me in person if you're here in Florida. If you want to reach out to me, you can do that through my website, deniseschubert.com. I do happily accept your love offerings and your ministry support. If you want to do that, you can do it through my website, or you can also do it through PayPal, Venmo, or right through my website. You can also sign up for my written blog and see some beautiful African photographs from my 10 years of visiting Africa. So let's take a moment and turn within as we close our evening together. So just the same as we blessed our time together, we want to give thanks for it. Gratitude is a key component to manifestation. Gratitude is a key component to your happiness and peace of mind. So we always end, if you're going into a job interview, bless it before you go in. Once you've had it, give thanks for the interview and your interviewer. And just learn to live life with that thanksgiving and gratitude, and you will find that it's going to put you right into the flow of your own good. So take a breath with me and turn back within to that within space, the inside of you, that beautiful, whole, perfect, and complete inside space. Nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing. I mean, the spirit within you is indestructible. So no matter where you've been, what you've done, what's been done to you, no matter what your life experience has been, there is an inside of you that is whole, perfect, and complete. And that is true for each and every person within the sound of my voice, that you are, in God's eyes, you are amazing. In God's eyes, you are perfect. And there is nothing but good for you here. And so we just give thanks. We give thanks for the opportunity to remember this as we go about the business of moving around in the world. We give thanks for the ability to choose, that we have more, that we don't need to just gravitate on the couch, that we can choose. We can choose, and we can choose our directions. We can choose what we accept. We can choose what we give. We can choose what we get. I'm grateful for this, and I'm grateful for you. And so I just simply bless us as we move out into our Sunday night, doing whatever it is you're going to do, knowing you're going to do it with a lighter heart and a sense of pervasive all is well with my soul. And so for this and so much more, we give thanks. We let this be together by saying, and so it is. Amen. So namaste, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will see you next Sunday night at 6 p.m. on Sunday Night Live or sometime during this week. So peace and blessings.